Yeah, that's my first work day in a while, and how am I supposed to do that, huh? Ay, this kitchen project is killing me here, man. Like, seriously. Like, seriously. There's a knife drawer under my desk. All right, wish me luck. As we say, Happy New Year. The rest is a mess. We'll get it done. I mean, I'm only here to watch, but well, I like to watch. There's the beautiful missus. So I think I have a solution. I think this toilet style valve that I already have will work. It's a compression fitting brass thing, and that should slide onto the end of this. So if I cut this, I mean, to be honest, I could cut it all the way over here if I wanted to, or I could cut it, you know, right here next to this immediately. And then this would go here, and it's got a brass fitting that squeezes that, so no soldering necessary. The question is, will this receive that? So that's what I'm going to check right now, because then there's enough of this for it to come and go straight into the top. So this would be like right here. And then that would just go to the top. So let's take this apart. I've turned this off all the way. No, yeah, off. So, but let me check this out and see what'll happen if I, you know, lefty loosey, righty tighty this sucker and get it to come off of there. And I just want to test and see if it'll fit in here, because if it'll fit, I don't have to go to the hardware store, and I can just use this because I've already got it. And this is specifically designed to not need to be soldered. All right, this works. This fits on there. And so, yeah, let's just go turn the water off and do this. Get her done right now. It's just so ridiculous how many times you have to turn this water off. It's just ridiculous. It needs just a single quarter turn. All right, installed. I'm gonna leave the paper towel there. And let's go turn the water on downstairs. You see any leaking? I see some leaking. Means I need to tighten it, which is unfortunate, but doable. This is another day this week. It is, what is today, Wednesday, the 5th, I think, 4th? 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 4th, and top down. It's a little chilly. My screen is freaking out again for no apparent reason. And, but the car's mechanical operation seems sound currently. It prefers the warm weather. I did look at a place up the road, a used car place that has two FJ Cruisers available. I would love one of those, but then I started doing like, what would a payment be if I only had like $500 down? Yeah, too much. All right, I'm gonna keep driving. See if I didn't mention why I'm out, which is our good friend, longtime friend, who has been hired full-time in a prestigious position that she has been fulfilling on an interim basis since the summer. Tonight's like the meet and greet at the school where my wife works. And you know who she is. People that watch this know who she is. And so tonight's the night for that. So I'm going to go down and hang out and enjoy that little bit of attention and be focused on her because she deserves it. So down to St. Ursula Villa we go at 5:54 on this Wednesday night. That was my job. There's another one around the corner. But isn't it lovely? It's wintry. So we've gone from Christmas decorations to winter decorations. Haven't been back to the back stairwell of the villa for a while. Windows are starting to fog up. Those lights are on. They've been on for a couple of weeks because they're not plugged into a timer. And it is morning and the sun is shining over there somewhere. And I have skis and junk still. Oh well. Good morning, everybody. I gotta log in. Time to log in. On the way home from choir, it is Thursday, of course. Lovely choir rehearsal. Things were nice. Actually, I think people are out of town. I hope nobody was sick because it was very sparsely attended, though. But good to be back in the swing of the choir season again. All right, that's it for today. I got nothing significant to report. It was a Thursday. Hope you made your day what you wanted your day to be. I certainly did that as best as I could with mine. I got to fold some laundry when I get home and probably do another load. All right, that's all the excitement around here. Happy mid-January. It is the last night for Christmas lights. Tomorrow is Epiphany, so this is the 12th day of Christmas. And therefore, it's time for the lights to at least get turned off. I do hold out the option, we typically do that, I'll leave them up, the ones that are on the house, because they're just white lights. And because if it snows, we like to turn them back on. Because they're winter lights, not just Christmas lights. Silly, I know. All right, I'm out. Well, believe it or not, I'm actually running late. I have to train somebody in 4 minutes. All right, gotta go. Make your day. What the heck? What's going on? Yeah, you know what that means. That means I had to go to the office today. For a couple of reasons. I'm gonna flip the camera and drive my car, and we'll talk about it. Two simple reasons that I had to come to the office today. One was because it happened again where, I owed my work money. We book all of our travel and through a website, which is fine, but my default method of payment excuse me for that, for like car rental, if it hurts, for instance, is my work card, because we get a screaming deal. I mean, we get a good corporate rate. And one of the many bits of traveling that I had done, part of it was personal, And so I, booked the rental car for that with the intention, as always, and I've done it several times. This happens, Hawaii and all that, where I, book it with that one, but then when you turn the car in, go to the counter and pay with my own personal card. But there's been a couple of times where it's the express kind of checkout when you return the rental car, and there's not an opportunity to go and use your own card, so then I have to pay the company back. It's not a big deal. It's not like I'm doing anything dishonest or illegal. It is totally acceptable for all of the things that I just described to you to happen. But I needed to pay that rental fee back, so I had to drop off a check. I could have just mailed it, but I'm also haven't been feeling great lately, right? I've had this nagging cough that's been going on, and so we have a little clinic, and I decided to pop into the little clinic there and see what they could say, see, and hear about my lungs and this cough. And yeah, so actually wrote me a prescription for a more serious cough suppressant than you can get over the counter. That is something that has to happen. Yeah, all right, so that's the health. I don't like to talk about health woes and all that kind of stuff. Man, that's a second building that I've seen getting torn down today. Stop it. It's an old hotel. It's been there forever. Restaurant attached to it, and it's hitting the turf. The other thing I saw getting torn down was just a house that was on my route. It's in Mount Lookout, and it's still part of what's going on there is, people spending too much money for a house because of where it's located, and then tearing it down and building, I should say, a more expensive house on the lot where they just tore down an expensive house. They get to. I'll never, ever understand the impulse to, I want to live in a certain zip code. There's this cute neighborhood that I want to live in. It's desirable, and it's desirable partially because of the cute nature of the homes that are in the neighborhood. So I'm going to buy a house there, tear it down, and build something new. Kind of destroys the whole cuteness of the neighborhood, doesn't it? And, a couple people do it. It's one thing. But at some point, we'll reach the percentage. You get over 50%, and then suddenly it's not the neighborhood that people wanted to move into anymore. Not my problem. I'm not living there. Welcome to Saturday. I've got splinters in my hand to show for work earlier, and I was walking down these steps down to the Villa Field and just noticing how much this stuff has grown. This is like totally overgrown here. And I remember when they planted all this stuff, and actually when these steps were put in so people could get down to the field more easily. All right, we here on the channel had to help with some moving some organ things at the in-laws house, and then bringing balloons down here to the 8th grade girls' last home game. So I was in charge of helping that kind of stuff. All right, I hope you're making your Saturday what you want your Saturday to be. Here we are, 7th or so of January. Beautiful sunny day. I'm thinking maybe the boys were thinking about maybe going skiing at some point today, because we all have three of us have our once a week passes. But it just hasn't been a good week to go, and they reset on Monday, so we might not get to do it this week. The boys are thinking about going tomorrow, but I can't tomorrow. Just got too much going on. I have church in the morning, and then the in-laws have house guests, so got to see them, hang out with them at some point, and then I have band practice, and then sorry, there's a rock in the middle of the parking lot, and then sand volleyball. So I might miss a week on my skiing, but that's okay. It'll work out. It'll all work out. Man, the people all are loading this stuff with stuff that doesn't belong in here. Oh well. Workspace is a mess. I realize I never opened this. Been sitting by the front for a while. Car parts. Let's have a little unboxing. That's going to be boring and hard to get out of there. Let's find out. I just want to see if there's anything extra in either of these boxes. No, it is just the spring. Oh man, that thing's kind of heavy. There you go. Springs from a car. Well, good morning. It is Sunday, as I'm sure you're not shocked to discover. I am heading to church, as I'm sure you're not shocked to discover. Although getting out of my driveway is going to be a bit of a challenge. Because first I had to get out a little bit and then rearrange my attack. Yeah, sorry about the car beeping. That's kind of obnoxious, I know. All right. Whoa. Come on. First gear. All right. It's, that was too much silence. I'll talk at you later. I mean, I've given you all the significant details. It's Sunday, it's morning, I'm going to church. What else do you need to know? Make your day what you want your day to be. See ya. Let's make the approach. Maybe I can do one of those like rack zoom things. As I'm pulling in, zoom even further. Ah, that was horrible. The winter gardens of our band practice location. There's actually horses right over there. There's a barn. But this is a workspace that has rehearsal space set up in it. So in we go. Let's get her done. And my desk is a mess. Holy cow. Springs and boy. All right. Oh, I'm making a cup of tea. My eyes red. I just, want to feel good. Don't do that. If I laugh, I might cough. It's weird. I know it feels like we just did this, but that's because we did. It's Monday, and I am on now a committee. Kind of an executive committee called the Servant Leadership Board at Hyde Park Community United Methodist Church. And so this is our meeting night, so inward I go.